Okay, okay. So, Diwakar, how are you?
मैं बहुत बढ़िया हूँ सर। कैसे हैं?
Okay, all good, all good. And first of all, I would like to thank you for accepting my invitation to join and getting ready to share some insights about how you are doing things from Bihar. Okay, so first of all, I would like to have a quick background of yourself, like what you are doing. So, tell me something about yourself.
First of all, thank you, Nabesh, for inviting me on your podcast. And it is a great pleasure for me. And my name is Diwakar, and I'm currently running a company named Siteguide, helping businesses to grow digitally. We basically help in the website development, mobile application development, and overall digital infrastructure for any small to medium scale businesses. And we are more focused into that part. And I'm currently running a 12-member remote team and who is based out of across pan India. And my client is from across the globe, either from US, UK, uh, and Dubai and other places. So
Okay.
I have a lot of team in that perspective. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. So, you are running a completely remote company, I think from Bihar, right?
Yeah, I'm running completely from Bihar.
Okay, and you are running a completely remote, like company. That is no
Yes.
required to someone visit your office to do the job,
No, no, no.
right? Okay, okay, okay. So, Diwakar, when you started your company?
I started my journey at a time in around 2020. And when I was in college, I started my journey in the college days when I was second year of my engineering. Because how my journey started is very unique to me because at the time of COVID, you know that a lot of people are staying around
Yes,
their
yes.
own places and they are not able to go here and there due to the COVID restriction and other thing. For a lot of people, this is a lot of disaster for them, but it is for me specifically, it is a boon to me because why I'm saying there is a boon to me because I explore this opportunity, I explored this as an opportunity and uh, treat them as like that. Why not explore a lot of things? I explore a lot of options. I go on YouTube, I go on Instagram, and I go on a lot of places. Basically, no one in my family is from business background, but I'm currently running a 12-member team. The reason is simple because I explore a lot of things, and my first client comes very common to me, and it is very like it is like a serendipity. What happened is that I started my journey in my college days, and there are a lot of business competitions happen. And I done my engineering from Kolkata. And when
Mhm.
what happened is that when you come from a smaller town like Katihar and you go to a bigger city like Kolkata or Bangalore or some other place, you s- get a lot of opportunity, lot of things out there. And I'm also I try to explore. I got an opportunity. I invited. I also participate in a lot of B Hub competition. It helps me a
Okay,
lot. And after that, because at the time of participation of a lot of competition, I make a lot of college friends. And at the time of college friend, I was also in a exploration mode. What I need to do, what I need to do, and other things. And luckily, in December of 2020, one of our client Yusuf Khan from Hyderabad and he posted that hey, I'm looking for a website developer. To be honest, at
okay.
that point I don't know how to build website, but
Mhm.
on the first day itself I asked my friend Saikar, hey Saikar, there's a one lead and who are looking for a website development, can we let's have a reach out to there. And I just reach out to them. To be honest, when I was in the first call, like I'm so fluent now, but when I go in the first call it's completely like I'm fumbling and I'm not able to express myself. So
Mhm.
because it's all about taking the right step. And again, this client is haven't meet me personally, and you know that with if you don't work in any remote environment and no client haven't, and you go on a first call and you're fumbling, it create a lot of pressure. But luckily, this guy trusted on me, and we got a first project, and it is that's how the journey started.
Okay. Good, good, good. Inspiring. Okay. So, Diwakar, when starting, as you told that you started in 2020. So, in the beginning, from where you get the idea to start the thing only remote and not choose to go any on-site, creating an office environment. How do you decide this?
To be honest, Napesh, it is due to foundation because where my client is from all across the globe. And since nobody is
Okay.
visiting my office, hardly one or two clients might visited my office, and I serve more than 100 plus client till date, and I meet them one or two clients physically. Apart from that, I don't have the reason why I don't go to the office kind of environment. The reason is simple because my talent, the person who will do the job, is sitting. Some sitting is Gujarat, some sitting is Uttarakhand, some sitting in Delhi, some sitting in other places, some sitting in Mumbai. It is difficult for me to accompany or one reposition all the employees to one places, and it again it increases the cost, and it increases the lot of efforts, a lot of restriction will happen. But at the end of the day, my main input is that whether I'm able to get the output from the team or not. If I'm
Yes.
able to get the output,
Yes.
that's
Great.
matter. That is what that matters to me.
Hmm. Good, good. So, on the initial days, Diwakar, what type of challenges you face? Like, did you face, as you told that you are from Bihar, you started thing in Bihar. So, did you face any infrastructure issues like internet connectivity, power issues? I think these kinds of things usually happen as I'm also working in a remote setting for a company. So I can understand that there might be some challenges related to this, like power backup, internet connectivity. So, do you get any kind of such issues?
Yeah, in initial days, yes, I got a lot of sales because I started my journey from my mobile data. And when I just added my mobile data to my laptop, sometime 1.5 GB vanishes. Like it is within
Same,
a
same
second,
here.
it
Yes, yes,
vanishes.
same here. I have
And
also experienced the same.
yeah. So, but after that, because internet is I will say internet is our core bone infrastructure of our ecosystem. Because if you have an internet, high speed internet, and have a laptop, good laptop, these are the two things that is essential for doing any remote work, or as per say running any knowledge based company. So that is very simple to me. And yeah, in initial days, I face a lot of challenges. And I will tell you one of my story in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I took a one project from US,
Okay.
and at that time it was one of the biggest projects of mine. I hired a one guy from my known, and
Mm-hmm.
what happened is that uh, since I was very new at that time, I don't know that for building an iOS application, we need a MacBook, we need an iPhone. So at that time, I don't know about that. But I took the
Okay.
project, I took the risk, and uh, arranging all the things at a one go, it is difficult for me. And anyhow, I figure it out and get that things done. So yeah, like internet bandwidth, devices, there are a lot of challenges that come into the play. And one of the most thing when some team is from a remote villages, there are certain teams who is from the remote villages. A lot of times, what happens is that they are not able to get a proper internet connection. Sometimes power backup gone away, or some other things happen. So what happens is that you need to take care of all the things, and as a business owner, you have a mindset of solving the problems. That is the main thing.
Okay. Good. Good. Great to hear this. Okay. So, you have gone, as you told that you have gone through a lot of challenges and hurdles. And now I think you are stable now. You are stable.
Yeah, because in business, to be honest, in business, nothing is stable and nothing is. But yeah, it is better
Agree,
situation than
agree.
before. I will say for sure. Again,
Hmm.
nothing is stagnated and nothing is better. But you will. It is yes, definitely it is better than before when I started and when I see my journey, and definitely it is moving in a right direction.
Okay, okay. So, Diwakar, your team members are from different states of India.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me the name of the states you have hired for your team? You have built team.
So my team is from first is from Bihar,
Okay,
second is from Gujarat, third is from Maharashtra.
okay,
fourth is
Okay.
from Uttarakhand, and somewhere, according to the requirements, some is from Rajasthan, across Pan India, Bangalore, other places. Even I also hired for some of the specific project I had from Pakistan. I also hired from South Africa. So again, depend on the requirement because it's not like that.
Okay.
I'm just bound to any places because it's a remote environment. It's just a connectivity issue, and at the end of the day, for me, output matters the most because my client is also sitting in the US, Dubai, or some other parts of the world, which is like 12 hours, 14 hours, 18 hours a difference. But still, we are working with them. So the main thing is very simple: add value in the life of people, and whoever is working with you, try to get the output from them, and also enhance their life. At the end of the day, the more impact that you're able to create on anybody's life, the more growth that you will able to achieve as a whole. That's my whole perspective.
Okay. Okay. Great. So, another thing that I would like to ask you and also learn from you that how do you manage your distributor? As you told that your team members are from different states of Bihar, India. So how do you manage them? Like, what are the
Mhm.
things that you do to ensure engagement in your team? Like, as if you work in a office setup, so you have all the team members sitting around you. But when it comes to remote setup,
Yeah,
everything is sitting in a different location, even sometimes in different time zone. If you had a
yeah,
cross border, okay. So how do you ensure
yeah.
engagement, connectivity in your team?
So one thing, I have a very fundamental principle here. At the time of hiring, whoever I'm hiring, I'm just taking
Hmm.
certain traits from them. One
Okay.
trait before I hiring because it's a remote environment, and in remote, to be honest, there are certain places where we have less control, like how
Hmm.
you are able to. At the end of the day, for me, output matters the most. And you asked about the question about management, how I'm managing. Because at the time of hiring, my fundamental playbook is simple. I will only hire that person, or there are two to three categories that I'm looking for. Who is taking the
Hmm.
ownership? This is the
Okay.
first trait. Second trait is that they must be uh, output driven. I don't care about have you spent 8 hours a day or have you spent 2 hours a day or you haven't worked it. At the end of the day, for me, I put a task to you. I give a task to you because we are running this business for a long time. We know that this specific task normally how much time it takes. Let's say there's a development of a one pager. It sometime it require again depend on the experience and other factor. But if it is junior developer, it require 1 or 2 days. So we know that hardly it will require a 1 or 2 days doing HTML, CSS, and whatever it is. So we know because my manager knows that hey, this task is taking 2 days of time, or let's say 3 days
Hmm.
of time. So we assign a task to them, and we say, ki, hey, I want this thing to be done in let's say in by 2 days, by next 2 days. Like today is 16th, and we will get it done by 18th. So you will have to perform on that. And one of the important thing that for the management, I do a stand-up meeting on a daily basis.
Okay.
Sometime, most of the day, one or two times a day, one in the morning hours, one in the evening hours, so that we are aligned to each other. Until this, we don't know what my other team member is doing. It is difficult because you don't know how the things will work. So at the end of the day, one crux, I will repeat it again, it's the output that matters, and it's about what kind of people you hire.
Okay. Okay, good. So you told that when hiring you, first hand ensure that whether the person is ready to take the ownership of work or not, right? And I
Yes.
think this is a best way to ensure things move in a easy way. And even as I'm also working in a remote setting, so I ensure the same kind of thing in my team because if we don't find the people who can take control of their work and work independently, taking the responsibilities of their things, then if we don't find people like this, so it will be very difficult to manage, right? So yes, I agree with you. And the next thing I would want to ask from you is In your remote team, do you hire only freshers or experienced? Like, what is your hiring criteria? Do you prefer to hiring freshers and training them? So, how you ensure these things, hiring, training, and all?
So regarding the hiring and training part, I follow a very fundamental principle here because hiring is all about. I mostly prefer freshers, and to some extent, again, it depends on the requirement because I'm a service-based company, and there are a lot of kind of
Okay.
requirements that come in the go. So there are certain requirements which require experienced people, and there are certain requirements which require, I will say, free. It's a fresher. So again, it depends on the requirement, but
Hmm.
mostly I try to take a fresher's role way because what happens is that because they're not bound to any system. If you hire from a top manager, top management, or an experienced person, they already have preconceived notion that hey, I can able to do only work in a remote office, or I can work in an office environment and whatever it is. So there are certain preconceived notion that they might cover, and it create difficulty in the future. So I'm not saying that everybody, there are certain right fit candidate as well, and there are certain wrong candidate fit as. So we need to understand who is the right fit
Hmm.
candidate. At the end of the day, what matters, I'm just repeating it again, matters is the most is the quality of the work and what the output that we derive from it. So that is very simple. And yeah.
Okay. So, Diwakar, if you hire freshers, so do you have any training system to train them to like if they are able to do your job or not? Or do you just start with some basic task and train them on job?
I prefer training on the job. I have a
Okay.
pre-defined templates, or I will say SOP. Very simple thing, just to have a accommodation that they will able to understand. And even I hire a fresher, I always looking for a one trait in the person. That is whether they are looking for hiring or they are looking for learning or not. Because it's not
Mm-hmm.
what I see, because my team size around 12, and what I see is that it's not always about the money why people want to work with you. That's my perspective. I might be wrong, but it not only all the time it's all about money. It's also about the learning factor that they get. It's also
Yes.
about what are the other benefits like appreciation. Very as a human being want to be appreciated. That is a very fundamental thing. We need to take care of it. But most of the time, what happens is that other companies treat them as like a slave. But that's not how it happens. You have to appreciate the
Mm-hmm.
people. You have to give them the responsibility. You have to take the charge on that. You have to make them feel comfortable working with you. It's not like that because at the end of the day, if you want to grow as an independent body, that's a different environment, and if you want to work as a organization, that's a different setup. So that's my perspective on that part.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So as you told that you monitor productivity based on the output. Okay. So
Yes.
as I also work in a remote setting, so many companies use time tracking software to monitor the screen of their employees, and even in my team, I also use. Okay, so
Mhm.
what is your thought on this? Like using time tracking software or being an output based?
Again, it depends on the nature of the job, I will say. Because
Mm-hmm.
if the nature of the job is repetitive and
Okay.
we need to monitor the people, it is better to place a time tracking system. But if it is a creative job, if it requires other thought
Mm-hmm.
process, and it actually at the end of the day, it's all about the output. I'm a combination of both is much better instead of I'm saying that one is better or one is not better. So combination, if we do the combination, then we will able to create a better outcome instead of doing a one set because there are certain kind of employees who require a monitoring and there are certain kind of employees who don't require a monitoring.
Yes,
So
yes,
again,
yes.
it depends.
So it depends, like what kind of nature of the job, and if in this team someone is not working honestly and just cheating the job or doing something that is against the standard, that is against the SOP, so in that case we should use like tools, some tools. Okay, so as we were saying. Okay, okay. Okay, so Diwakar, one thing I have experienced in my team as I'm running, managing things since last 3 years. Over a team of 20 plus peoples. So have you experienced something that I have experienced like career development? Because if you are hiring someone in a remote setting, and if that person is a fresher, and you are hiring as an intern, okay, so how, first of all, tell me your perspectives, okay? Because I want to have your idea, then I will share mine. So that we can have on a point. So first of all, tell me how do you ensure the career development of your team? Like, what do you have any plan, or how do you see this?
Absolutely. It's all about the career development. Let's say I take a college fresh graduate, and
Mhm.
because they don't know how the, I will say, corporate ecosystem or how actual work is doing. It's not because what happened is that in India, one of the cons of Indian education system is that they don't teach you hands-on experience. Okay,
Mhm.
they just teach you theoretical knowledge and other things, which is not relevant to the industry. The thing that is relevant to the industry, no, nobody is teaching you. So there are certain people. Let's say I take a fresh graduate, and it's first of all I sit with them. I try to train them because I already have certain systems, and they go from nowhere. They go from zero to something, zero to one, and after that
Okay.
they again grow. So I always believe in empowering of the people. The more you empower, the more you give opportunity, the more you create ecosystem, the more the chances they will grow, and their career will also grow in that way. I would also love to know your thought on that.
Okay, so another question I would like to ask, then I will share that. Do you have a certain designations in your team for your team members, or you just hired someone, teach them the skills, and then assign the job and just task get done? So how do you have any designations you hired?
Designation, I don't believe in designation. What I believe in that is that whether, again, it's all about whether we're able to get the job done it or not. And definitely there are certain designation like full stack developer, front end developer, back end developer, designer. So these are the kind, because I'm a development company. So mostly I focus on that perspective. But as the
Okay,
designation that hey, senior associate, senior XYZ, I don't look on so much on that part. At the end of the day, it's all about the output. That matters to me. Even though
okay,
just for
okay,
official purpose, when I you for later or some other things, so then you write on the paper. That is the another chance. But at the time of communication, team meetings, or any other things, we don't say, ki, hey, this is your manager, he is your manager, or she is your manager, and whatever it is. So at the end of the day, it's all about people to people because I'm a small company. We are a small company, not a very big company like Infosys, TCS.
okay,
Definitely, this
okay,
matters. But again, when you grow deeper, currently it's a founder-led company. The more you grow, then it will become a process-driven company. I'm still in small company, so I don't have that nature. But definitely, as we grow together, we will look for that opportunity.
okay, okay. So let me now share my perspective on this. As I'm working in
Sure.
in a company, and in my company there is a team of I think 100 plus people. I have no idea, but it is I think 100 plus. Okay,
Okay.
and in that company I lead the content department that is fully remote, and currently there is around 20 team members in my team. So yes, as you
Okay.
told that it depends on the company size. So as my company size is bigger, so we
Mhm.
have certain designations. Okay, so
Mhm.
we also hire freshers and interns, and we have an internal training system like SOP. We hire our freshers, we train them. Okay, and we train them, and once they clear the training part, the probation period, the training, then based on their skills and based on their learnings, we place them in our company, and we take them in the core content department. Okay, and then we start assigning them content related tasks, and
Okay.
even as you can say after 1 month from the date of the hiring, and once they clear the training, so after 1 month they start working for our clients, and from there their initial career journey starts. So after a few, like after 1 year, we change their designation, and again, so based on their learnings, based on their capabilities, and based on their like output in the team, we have planned their career trajectory in the company. Okay.
Okay, that's a
Uh,
great thing.
yes, yes, yes. So this is what we are doing, and for everything in my team, in my content department, we have SOPs and setup rules. As if someone if the training is done for someone, okay, so we just share the SOP of like content writing, and then explain the SOP. And as you told, let the person lead the job, like take the ownership. So we
Hmm.
let them understand the SOP, and then that person start working. Yes. So in both cases, as you told, it depends on the company size. So your company size is currently like a small. So I think in future, if you grow bigger, so then you might have more ideas to based on the designation, like how to plan their career development. Okay.
Absolutely. It is again it's all about the requirement. Definitely I have certain SOP in my system as well. But
Mm-hmm.
since my team is small currently, so I'm looking for more opportunity in that way. Definitely I'm still in the process of building it. I'm still in the
Mm-hmm.
learning phase. And always as a business owner or as when you grow, you must have to learn more and more, more and more, then you get a lot of learning and growth opportunity. So that's how the thing is.
Okay. And another thing I will want to ask Diwakar, like uh, in remote work, as this is a trend in foreign countries, some companies arrange some meetups in a certain time frame, like after 6 months or a year or 2 year. So all remote team members meet at a particular place, share some ideas, have some parties, and then again they get back to work in their homes or estates. So, do you have anything in your team? Have you met your teams in person, or from the date of inception in 2020, you have not met your team members yet?
To be honest, I just met my team member last year on December. Before that, I was not haven't meet any person in person.
Okay.
So even though I just made there are certain team members, I just meet a one person named Vivek at a
Mm-hmm.
one go, who is a I will say leader in my company, and he's a partner in the company. And I just met him last on December 2024, and before that we were working for a very long time, but we haven't worked on, we haven't made it. And to be honest, with my team, I haven't met any single day till date. I have a plan in my mind. Let's see when God will give this opportunity to us. Definitely, we have a plan in mind,
So, what do you
but till now I haven't.
think, Diwakar? Like, अगर आप if you don't meet your team members and just working remotely for years and years, so is that required or not? Like if you don't meet your team members never, so what will happen? Is there any impact of this?
Uh, Definitely, we have a plan to meet with my team. It's all about the timing and it's all about the setup and how the things is going on. Till now, I haven't meet with all the team member. I have met a one or two particular person, but meeting in person is definitely a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
It will give you a lot of opportunity, and you know a person from a different perspective, different lens. Because what happens is that when you work as a completely remote company, it's all about work, 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 work only. But when you meet team in person, it's also about the other way of
Okay.
life. Other you also know about other perspective of the person. So that is what.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
So,
And even Diwakar, if I tell myself, I have never met my team members in last 3 years.
okay,
When
that's a
I
great.
started, I'm alone in the team, and currently there is a team of around 20 plus people. So I have never met any of my team members, and my team members are distributed in different states of India. So I
Okay,
think
that's a
this
great.
is important, but as per my point of view, this is not a mandatory thing to do. If
Mm-hmm.
you are currently, if you are regularly connecting your team members in your remote team meetings, you are sharing ideas, understanding their pain points, understanding their struggles, and always innovating on something new, then this might be an like optional thing for me. Instead
Absolutely,
of
it's an optional. It's an
yes,
optional. It's an optional. But if you meet, always a value addition. Always a value addition.
yes,
Because
yes,
when
I
you meet
agree. I
in
agree.
person, it's always create a lot of impact, and the other person feel more confident about you. And yeah, that's how the thing
Okay,
is.
okay, 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 Diwakar, great. Okay, so tell me something about like you are running things from Bihar. So how what are the scenario of startups and jobs in Bihar? Do you have any
To
idea
be
how
honest,
things is going on? Because I'm from Bihar, I'm in my village, but I'm working for a company that is located in another state. So I think this is a very
okay.
unfortunate
Yeah,
situation
I
for
totally.
us that we rarely get job opportunities from any company in Bihar.
So I will tell you one perspective of the Bihar. One perspective of the Bihar is simple: is that lot of less people in Bihar is want to become an entrepreneur because it's the culture. And in Bihar, most of the people want to go in sarkari jobs and other places. And it is the innate nature of the people. Now, I'm after 2020, after COVID era, I'm seeing a lot of transformation is happening. The Bihar government is also trying to push industries. Last year, I just see that there's a MOU signed of around 1,80,000 crores and lump sum, and MOU sound for new industries. Actually, it's all about the culture. It's all about it will take time because Bihar have a good history in the past, some bad history as well, but it will take certain times, and definitely the ecosystem is still in the progress mode, and it will take time to grow. That's what my perspective is. And we need more entrepreneur. I just believe in one fundamental principle. Even if we create just 100 entrepreneurs, new age entrepreneur from 100 each district of the Bihar, and who's doing just a similar simple 1 crore of revenue, we will able to do in half a crore revenue, $500 million revenue. And if we just create 100 entrepreneur, new age entrepreneur from each district of Bihar, and it is around 3,800 because Bihar is 30th district, and it will be 3,800 entrepreneurs. So it will create a ripple effect, and I'm trying to create more and more people. And when I go to a lot of events in Patna and other places, I see that transformation is happening. Like Thai Patna is recently inaugurated, and they are also doing very amazing session this year as well. So now, from the government side, from the private side, everything is taking, but it will take time because it's in a very nascent stage, and it will take time. I totally understand that part, but yeah, that's how the thing is.
And I hope, Diwakar, you might be one of those entrepreneurs who would create more job opportunities in Bihar. And as you told that you have currently 12 members, so I wish you we can increase your team members as you increase as you are able to catch like more clients. Okay. So Diwakar, let's. I think we should have a quick break and then we should start in another part. Okay. So let's have a quick break.
Thank you.
Okay. 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 Okay, Diwakar. Thank you.